Hey, what's up? Hey, I just want to make a quick video. This one is going to be something that I think we all can relate to. I'm just going to use crazy, ridiculous examples. But one example, for example, is when someone comes to you, right? Let's say someone has wants to get a tattoo, and they want the tattoo to have a swastika and some bird feces and a flag of their favorite sport, whatever, and they want to put that all there. Now, right off the bat, for you, it's like, well, you do whatever you want to do. But they ask you and they'll say, hey, what do you think? I want to get a tattoo of this with this, with this, with this. And then you give them your advice, like, well, I mean, are you going to be working? Do you want, will your job see this? Is it going to impede you in your career? And so all the logical stuff. And and then they say like, all right, thank you for your advice, and then they move on. And then 2 seconds later, they ask somebody else for the exact same advice. And then 2 seconds later, they'll ask somebody else for the exact same advice. And the problem with that, okay, so I believe there is scripture that says, to make sure you get wise counsel, all right, and that is a wise thing to do, is to ask people who you believe are wise or worthy of the time that you're wasting of asking questions that you already have answers to. So one major thing in this is, the rhetorical questions. So for me personally, I mean, I love to help people. I get trillions of people asking me stuff all the time. And normally I just try to help with whatever sounds logical. But at the end of the day, really, at the end of the day, everybody really knows what the answer is. Okay. So, like, for people who go around asking advice and then ask the same advice to somebody else and then ask the same advice for somebody else, and they'll ask 100 people, and that 100th person agrees with them. Yeah, that's cool. And that swastika with bird feces and that flag that you like, yeah, that's going to be so awesome. That's something I would do. Boom. That's the advice they're going to take. So even though they asked 100 people, it was only the 100th person who agreed with them, who said, hey, I like that idea. I would do that for myself. And then they go and then they do it. Then you see them 2 weeks later and you're like, oh, snap, you got the tattoo that you said you weren't going to get. And you asked me for my advice. And I gave you all of the logical reasons why you shouldn't go that route. But hey, cool, you got it. So, he ends up spending $300, $400, $500 on a tattoo that he asked 100 people advice for, and 99 of them said, probably not the best idea, or probably not the best utilization of your money, or probably not the best artistic representation, probably not the best for your career, or probably so on and so forth. Now, I'm not, I got tattoos, of course. So this is just an example of the type of people who come and they basically drain the life out of you because they're wasting your time. They're wasting your time asking questions that already they know the answers to. And they're looking for that one person. That's all they need. Maybe they can get half a person to just agree with them, and boom, they're going to do what they want to do, because everybody does what they feel is their heart's content. They're going to do it anyway. So that's a very extreme example, but I hope that you extrapolated the point out of it. So here's what I would say to make it a little bit even more frank and more direct and less ambiguous. And that is, for me personally, for me, Joseph Musi II, I got a million things on my plate. I got a million things that I'm looking to do. I got goals that I'm trying to knock down. I got people to take care of. I got family, just the everyday obligations in life. And while I love helping people, and believe me, don't get me wrong. So if there's one thing you take out this message, I do love helping people. But, and there's the big but, if you already come with a preconceived notion in your mind that I'm probably not going to give you the answer you want to hear and waste my time in asking rhetorical questions that you know very well that in your heart you're going to do what you're going to do anyway, do not, please do not come to me at all. Make the decision that you're going to make, whether it's a good or bad decision, it's totally irrelevant. My point here is please do not waste my time. If you know what you're going to do, just do it. And not just my time, although I can only speak for myself, but the time of everybody else that you're asking. If you know you want to do something and it's in your heart to do it and you're going to do it anyway, you save a lot of time for yourself and for the people around you who are actually trying to do something with their life to just do it. Don't waste anybody's time. Please, most certainly do not waste my time. I want to help you, but I want to help you with stuff that you're going to sincerely, wholeheartedly, truly, for real, take into consideration my advice. All right? So that being said, listen, I am not repelling anybody from me to ask for help, but I am repelling those who already know what they want to do. Don't ask for help. Don't ask for stuff that you already have the answers to. If you truly are looking for logical, sound explanation and reason and rationale behind whatever advice I give you, then awesome. Then by all means, please reach out to me. But if you're not, and you're just going through a line of people to see which one of these are going to agree with you so that you can just do what you wanted to do anyway, please don't waste anybody's time. Now, on that note, listen, you know exactly what's right, what's wrong, what's good, what's bad. You're smart enough to hold a camera, to hold a phone, and do all of the digital things that you need to do, uh, in this digital world. You're smart enough to know the answers that you have questions to. Now, I know that there are some questions that are so profound that you really need answers by people who you know have the answers and wisdom to give you the answers, or at least direct you towards the answers. Then those, of course, you go to the people and the right people. But you have to, at some point, this is where maturity comes in. This is where not being a kid anymore comes in. And this is whether you're a male, a female, um, and even if you are 14, or if you're 40, or if you're 70, I mean, a kid to me, you can be a kid at 70 years old, someone who continues to just make poor decisions despite all of the information that they have at their disposal. These are people who continue to make all the wrong decisions because it's just easier. And I got to tell you one thing, nothing in life that's worth doing is going to be easy. So, if you are looking for easy escape routes to just fulfill your life on a mundane, regular cycle that never passes a certain frequency, that never passes that proverbial glass ceiling, then, and if that's where you want to be, again, that's awesome. I always say to people, if that's where you want to be, then you hit your target. You're there. All right. And kudos to you. Boom. Mic drop. You did it. But if you are really looking to get out of a rut, and if you really are looking to not make any excuses with your life, if you really are looking to excel, if you really are looking to do more and serve the purpose that you were born for and born to, then there's going to be that elevation. And it's that type of mindset of looking for approvals and opinions of people that match just your opinions. That's where you're not growing. A lot of my growth came from understanding how little I actually know. I know so little that I want more. And by wanting more information, understanding, wisdom, knowledge, by wanting more, you have to break out of that proverbial bubble. And that's where growth happens. But if I want to just be in this bubble and not grow, well, and be safe with whatever answers that I've given myself in life, then I can stay down here in my own little silo, and then I literally get what I deserve in life, okay? Because we all just get what we deserve. But you have to eventually, I hope for your own sake, you have to grow up. You have to grow up. and you have to make tough decisions that, you know, not everybody's going to like. Okay. Now, more importantly, and then I'll just close this all out. When you come to people with rhetorical questions and you already know the answer and this is what you want to do, don't get anyone wrong. Don't get me wrong. Everybody already knows who you are. And the people that you're going to are probably thinking the same thing just 2 seconds before you come to ask for their opinion. They're saying, there goes this person again, ready to ask me some foolish nonsense that they have the answer to, and they're going to do whatever they're going to do anyway. And after I spend a good 15, 20 minutes of wasted time, they're going to in turn go to somebody else and waste their time until they get that one. So everybody already knows that when you're coming towards them with all of these stupid, ridiculous, nonsensical, incredibly dumb, low vibrational type of questions that you already have the answer to, more and more people will just want to repel and move away from you. And then you'll continue to stay in this level of toxicity in your own mind where you're just swimming in your own filth of toxic because you just don't get it. If you want real growth and you want to ask people for real answers and real wisdom from people who have been there and done that, then listen. Take the advice and listen. I know it's hard because you want to get the tattoo with the bird feces and the flag and the whole swastika. You want that, right? So you don't want to listen to wisdom. But if you want to grow, then you're just going to have to listen. All right? So this has been a long video, and I hope that you feel the passion that I have about making this video, because at the end of the day, just so you know, and I'll put it on public here, I literally do not want you wasting my time. This goes to anybody in my life. Do not waste my time. If you want real sound advice and you're looking to be serious, to break out of your proverbial little bubble and space, then if you want that, then yeah, you can reach out to me anytime and I'll always be available. But if I already know who you are and I know that you're going to come with the same shenanigans and I found out that you just asked 39 people before me, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, and I'm going to let you know right now so that we can cut it before you come to me. Don't come to me. Don't come to me. Do whatever your heart desires, and you'll find out if it was right or wrong. If you're not gonna find out in the first day that you do it, you'll find out at some point in your life. And if that's what it takes to help you grow, is to continue to make poor decisions until it like becomes part of your demise, then so be it. All right, guys. So this is another one. No one wants to hear this, so I'm sure that you probably didn't even get this far. And if you did, kudos to you. You're one of those people that want to educate yourself. You want to better yourself, and you definitely see that there's more to grow and learn. And like I said, and I'll summarize, I do not know anything. I know what I know, and I know that there's more to know. And so real wisdom tells you keep on learning so that you can learn more of what you don't know. This way you know. All right. And that's kind of the conundrum in this whole thing. All right, guys. Well, DM me. Do all the things that I always ask you to do. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Peace.